All right, Nick, let's talk about the Oregon Ducks. I think this is a team this offseason that really had a ton of strong offseason transfers, whether it's recruits. They really made a really great team even better. And there's one guy in particular who transferred over to the Oregon Ducks and looks like they are fitting in absolutely perfectly. Let's get into the article and we can talk more about it on the other side. This is from Oregon Live, and it says Kam Alexander was one of the top cover cornerbacks in college football last season, holding opposing quarterbacks to a 65.7 passer rating and a 48% completion percentage, according to Pro Football Focus. One of four offseason transfers to the Oregon secondary, Alexander is looking to take his skill set that allowed him to shine at Sam Houston State and UTSA into the Big Ten. He's really fast. That's the first thing that stands out, secondary coach Chris Hampton said. He's got really good ball skills. He's tough. I think he's going to be a tremendous asset to us. He's got a really good change of direction. The other thing about him, he takes really good notes in meetings. He takes really, really good notes. He asks good questions, and he's just fun to coach. Nick, I think this sounds like the perfect type of transfer. This is exactly what Oregon needed. I think this is going to be a standout player, and it already seems that way as such. But before we get your thoughts on this new transfer from Oregon, just how he's doing so well, Oregon fans, in the comment section below, the draft is literally probably the day of the day this video is posted. The draft will be the same day. So let us know in the comment section below, who is your favorite first round draft pick that was an Oregon Duck of all time? Let us know who your favorite first round draft pick that's Oregon Duck of all time is in the comment section below. But Nick, what are your thoughts on this latest transfer news about the Oregon Ducks?
Well, I think it speaks to how good of an offseason Dan Lanning had, first of all. And we talked about it. I know you and I did on this channel all the time, but the reality is it kind of gets lost in the weeds a little bit as we work our way through spring ball across college football. But the reality is, if you look at Oregon through recruiting and you look at their quarterback transfers, knocked it out of the park, you forget that they brought in a lot of great defensive transfers as well. Kam Alexander, of course, being at the top of that list. And then the fact that he's off to such a great start is a very, very positive sign for Oregon. Because I know when people think about the Big Ten, which Oregon is obviously moving to, they think old school, run the football, defense, special teams. And I get it. Michigan just won a national title doing that. But the reality is, it's a different Big Ten. Ohio State is spread, they're much more pass happy. Wisconsin has become a spread team. You look at Penn State has become much more of a spread team, right? So even those teams are becoming more spread. Maryland joining the Big Ten a few years ago, they are a spread team as well. But now you factor in the fact that Oregon, Washington, USC, UCLA are shifting over to the Big Ten as well. It's going to become a spread conference, which means 9 out of 10 matchups, you're going to have playing against a team that has 3 or 4 really good wide receivers and a quality quarterback. So that means you need an army of top flight defensive backs. You can't just have one. You just can't have two. You're going to have at least 3, 4 corners and, of course, a couple good safeties as well. Otherwise, you're not going to stand a chance. The SEC kind of shifted to that a few years ago with Alabama and Tua. Then you had the Joe Burrow era and things like that. So we saw the pass happiness go to the SEC. We saw Clemson do it with their national title run. Ohio State did that, has done that for probably about 5, 6, 7 years now. Now we're starting to see the rest of the college football, and of course, Oregon, Washington, they've been doing it too. But now we're seeing basically everyone in college football is now following that model, even old school teams in the Big Ten, which means you need a bunch of corners that can and able to step up and make big time plays in the secondary. And it's not all about getting, the key interception. Everyone loves interceptions for DBs. I love forcing incomplete passes. That's why I love his metric there, holding opponents to 48% completion percentage, because that's what really wins you games. An interception will maybe help you win one game. Forcing incomplete passes, and a lot of them will help you win 11, 12, 13 and make a deep playoff run. I think the fact that Kam Alexander is off to a great start and impressing a secondary coach is a great sign for Oregon because they're going to need him.
Yeah, Nick, and it's not even just forcing the incompletions. This guy is just absolutely disruptive. He's very good at pass breakups. He had 15 pass breakups last season, and couple that with Jabbar Muhammad, who had 16 pass breakups last season. They have number one and number two of the top players in all of the NCAA last season as far as pass breakups go. So they're going to be very disruptive in the defensive back game this year. I really like how they went after that and were able to get two guys who can just, stick to you close, be a very great corner, but if the ball gets there, they're elite at being able to get in there and break up the pass as well. There's one small aspect that really is going to, I think, set this Oregon defense over the edge. It's like you said, it's not always about the interception. Sometimes it's about getting a team to fourth down, causing the flip the field, give your offense a chance. And we know when it comes to the Oregon Ducks, their offense gonna be very good. It's gonna be high flying. It's gonna be fast paced offense. It's gonna be efficient. So if you get the ball in your offense's hands, I think as a defense, that's your main job here. You know they're gonna score. It doesn't all rely or have to rest on your shoulders. So just get the incompletions, get the pass breakups, get your offense back the ball. And I think these are the kind of players, especially a guy like Cam Alexander, are going to help them do just that.
And, just one final thing to end on. I know a lot of people are being a little, annoyed about the transfer portal and the new era of college football. And I get it and I understand. But Cam Alexander is one of those guys who really benefits, right? He starts at Sam Houston State, D1 FCS program, moves to UTSA, right? Obviously a mid-major, right? Group of five conference competition there. Now gets to move to Oregon. And look at his attitude that he's embracing. He's a great player. He's a coach's kind of player, right? Taking the notes in the meetings. He is dedicated, getting better and better. And because of this, he's probably going to be a first or second round pick whenever he leaves and goes on to the National Football League. And I think that's one thing to really focus on here. There's a lot of negative in the transfer portal, but there's a lot of good as well because it allows guys like Alexander to really get better and better and take advantage of the opportunities, which it looks like he's doing just that. So this is great news for Oregon at a position where they really need a lot of help because the Big Ten is going to be high flying starting next year and beyond.
Data brokers sell your information to scammers, spammers, and anyone else who may want to target you. Your full name, email, home address, health records, even your relatives. It's all out there. That's why we use Aura, the sponsor of today's video. Aura shows us which data brokers are selling our information and automatically submits opt-out requests for us.
Cleaning up our information not only reduces the amount of that stupid spam we all get, but it also protects us from hackers who could use this information to help them access our social media accounts, bank accounts, and other sensitive information. Aura also does much more to protect us and our families from online threats. We also get features like antivirus protection, VPNs, password management, parental controls, identity theft insurance, and more without having to download several different apps. That's really key. One location, get all this great stuff. It's really easy to set up. And the best of all, we get everything at one affordable price.
You may already have one or two of these tools already, but not having Aura is like locking the front door and leaving the back door wide open. Aura is always on doing the hard work of keeping us safe so you can focus on other tasks with peace of mind. We value our privacy and we also value yours. So go to aura.com/SMI college to start your 2-week free trial. Again, linked in the description below. Go to aura.com/SMI college to start your 2-week free trial today.